Welcome back everyone to Let's Play The Consuming Shadow with me, BrainBoy 20. Where we last left off, we had died again because we kept encountering rooms with the giant large flies, and I'm still ill. The god of disease, whoever he is, probably has something to do with this, but I don't care as much. But only now is it really going away. Regardless of that, a shadow is trying to enter our world. One of the ancients. The runes confirm it. I don't know which one. All I know is that they arrive at Stonehenge 3 days from now. One hope remains. The ritual of banishment. 4 runes encanted at Stonehenge will close the gateway. The trouble is, I don't know what the ritual is. If I investigate the strange events heralding the shadow, maybe I could piece it together. That's all I have. Maybe. Let's begin the journey. We keep using the exact same strategy and it clearly ain't working. I burn my ammunition fast enough as it is. I just hated going over that limit. Car speed, medkit capacities, those are just always useful. 1 health to insanity. I'll care a lot less about ammo this time around. And if I sound funny, it's because I'm sick. Alright, it's just because I'm sick still, and my nose is... yeah, I don't feel like swearing. My nose is just terrible right now. Anyway. We're gonna do normal missions to start. Get some clues. So when we get those investigative missions, we don't fail miserably. The atmosphere is tense here as news has spread of the darkness infecting the neighboring towns. Besides that, I cannot sense the shadow's influence for now. An urgent call for investigation has come down from Forborough after a series of disappearances. 36 will be paid to anyone who can offer solutions within 9 hours. I will take that job. Return the car. Set destination. Let's go. That's a 50-mile... I highly doubt that that's a 50-mile drive. Liar. Would you look at that? It's actually... I really should check between those two to see which one's closer. Probably doesn't matter, though. I don't know what distances are between everything. I don't know the distances between the towns. If there is even a way to know, off the top of my head, anyway. Text message. I will pull out your bones and drink the marrow as your remains twitch and burble at my feet. Thanks. Nice to meet you as well. To Forborough. I'm doing this one first in the hopes of getting some clues, or some information, and a little fallback money just to make sure I don't die. If I get this information, I might be able to deal with those investigative missions without, you know, getting the chaser on me. The chaser being the tall man, metal man, or giant baby face, of which the baby face is the most terrifying to me. I'm brought to the problematic area and told the payment will be made once the problem is dealt with. I don't think the locals fully understand what kind of presence is in their town, but they showed much relief and gratitude as I made my way inside. It's just a large creature, so it shouldn't be that hard, I say, as I'm actively preparing for the worst. And of course, there's going to be nothing in these rooms. It's like, oh, you just want money, right? There's janitor's keys. Who's going to bet that the very first ammunition type I find is 9mm? Too slow on the draw, as usual. Oh, hi there. So yellow is shim. That's actually a fairly good clue. Figuring out who's who is usually a fairly good clue. And I got some sanity out of that, which is great. There's not going to be anything else. Let's continue going. Nothing? Well, the first dungeon usually is incredibly tiny. In the language of the ancients, the name Yushu is often identified with a symbol representing a flat, square, backward C. That is the best pair of clues I think I've ever gotten. Alright, let's open this one. Strangely, each of the tribes I've studied independently link the names of Nix and Yushug, the implication being that the two have a close bond. Perhaps as siblings or consorts. Or both. That's nice to know. If we can get one other rune, we could figure out who... Okay, move. Darn it. Too far away. That hurt. Way too much for what I wanted. The only remedy in the local witch doctor's repertoire was chanting the words "Petigues." The treatment seemed far too effective to entirely dismiss it as a placebo effect. Healing touch, Petigues. I'm gonna keep that spell in mind. Do I want to walk out of here? Let's check. Is there anything in this room that I missed? No, we'll teleport out. People waiting for me outside seem determined not to ask questions, yada yada yada. Give me the money. Enter the town. I feel quite buoyed by the clean air here, and the people are friendly enough. It can only be a matter of time before this town catches the Shadow's attention. Hospital. Treat my bleeding, please. Back to town, look for work. Or can call for investigation in Sumbi. I will take this job. Oh, for a series of disappearances. Alright, definitely I will take the job. Leave, and get the text from Mr. Casting random runes, yada yada yada. We've seen this one 1,000 times. We heal ourselves up to near full, realize we have no med supplies, but that doesn't really matter because we're just going to be going to the town, saving it in the investigation. I'm going to be leaving. The police siren jerks me into full alertness. There's no ignoring it. Want me to stop? Yeah, we have to pull over. Police car pulling behind me. A single officer got out. I watched him in the rearview mirror as he sauntered to the driver's side window, then stared innocently in the middle distance as he leant down and requested to see my license. It's another one. Spun in my seat, managed to push the gun away from my head just as it fired, slammed my foot down and escaped, but the adrenaline wore off. I felt a sickly pain in my gut, bullet wound. Stop. Is that destination? Which one's closer? I think they're both equidistant. No, this one's closer. But I can get treated at Sumbi anyway. I might as well go there. It's not going to wound me enough where it matters. So exterminate the large creature bewitching the town. Alright, nothing in here immediately. We have to worry about. Nothing that could be useful in determining identities, other bits of lore, scraps of knowledge. Continue exploring. Red Agni rune. Red hates Agni. That's nice to know. Well, we gained some sanity out of that, but we have to backtrack, which is never a good thing in the ensuing shadow. That was a shot in the dark, and I shouldn't have taken it, but oh well. And I got some pounds out of it, which helped cover the medical expenses of the bleed wound. Red Agni, we already have that info. We gained some sanity out of it. That's nice. Red Agni. Again. I almost get the feeling as if the Agni rune, or at least whoever Agni is, or whoever Red is... Oh my gosh. That is disgusting, sir. While it is disgusting, let it be known, I completely forgot that that enemy type existed. If If these New Age types knew what kind of forces they were toying with, I think that any anxiety they find is relieved by the Eubti mantra. Wait, that any anxiety they find is relieved by the Eubti mantra would probably be cancelled out. Alright. Strange calm. I guess that spell gives you temporary sanity. Oh, great. Or not really that great. Okay. The animosity is rooted in the suffering reportedly endured by a worshipper of Yeshug while captured by the cult of Kathoth. Kathoth worshippers seem to tell the story the other way around. Okay, so we know all three gods. I feel okay about this. We're just gonna leave and we're gonna start dealing with shadow locations. People waiting from the outside seem determined not to ask questions. I don't blame them. We're gonna enter the town, find a hospital, treat bleeding, refill the med kit, find supplies, breathe mask. Not worth it. I'll purchase the armor-piercing bullets and then I'm gonna return to the car. Heal myself up, and we're going to start dealing with shadow locations. Now that we actually have the information to deal with those chase locations. As you all know how much I hate chasing missions where they don't even give you hints within the mission. Text from the Ministry of Occultism, special ammo is more expensive, but worth it. Hollow points do more damage, while armor-piercing shots damage multiple targets. Of which there's like two instances where that's even worthwhile, but oh well. I have not seen a single human being since coming off the motorway. The streets are completely deserted, the door most passes, yada yada yada. We've seen this one enough times before, and I don't feel like reading all of them this time. No, it's silent here. Investigate further. On closer inspection, I've uncovered subtle clues towards the fate of the people, scraps of clothing, spots of blood, claw marks near where something has been dragged. All of them lead straight to the front door of the administrative building of the local hospital. Perhaps to a naive man, we're just going to be investigating where people died. We have no interesting trinkets, but it's not even over the first day. So we'll just be exploring, and this is actually a pretty decent mission to get for the first shadow run. I really call this a shadow run. For the first true anti-shadow mission. A local folktale told children concerns a Yushu or terror beast which comes into the home and eats scared children. One wonders what the child is expected to do to avoid this fate. Yushu is the god of fear. Interesting. I don't feel like taking damage from you. Then we got 3 bullets back, which kind of just cancels, which actually means I got a net gain on ammunition. Anyway, we're gonna go this way. Did I just miss a body? I probably did. One of the townsfolk. The game will probably tell me if I missed one. If I didn't, it's gonna be nightmarish. Here's body number 2. No enemies, keep exploring. Feel like I need to scratch my ear. Yellow EU. Yellow hates EU. Gee, I wonder who this is. We'll make the triangle soon. The only thing I'm missing is, I think, one more runic name. No. Well, you just flail your arms madly, you'll figure out what you're supposed to hit. You'll find what you're supposed to hit soon enough. And yellow Agni. Which means yellow loves Agni. Yeah, we could figure out what gods are what. This is probably the best start. The only thing I could hope for is this doesn't tell me what the god's rune is. And what little sanity I have lost has been regained. Rejoice. Whatever the MC's name is. Rejoice. I have been a prisoner of the cult of Nyx for some weeks. There's some other god they're trying to appease. They keep chanting Shim, Shim, Shim. Please, send help. Not the best clue to figure out who the invading god is. But you can't expect everything now, can you? There's any missing persons left. Well, let's just warp out of here. As I emerged, I found a small package lying at the entrance with an accompanying note simply reading, "Thank you." I looked around, but if anyone was watching, they had no intention of introducing themselves. The symbol EU had many uses in the language of the ancients, most notably as the last symbol of the notorious Dispel, purported to be powerful enough to banish a god. So we know one part of the banishment ritual, we know 2 spells, we know a ton of information about the god, so let's pull up the clues and make the triangle. Yushug is Shim. That'll be the top portion of the triangle. Oh, Nyx is allied with Shim. Well, yellow is Shim. Shim is yellow. Yellow hates Agni, or yellow hates EU. Who is EU? Do I really have this short-term memory? I can wait. I have minutes. In-game minutes, which are fairly lengthy. To try to figure this out. I'd love to do this right now. Yellow loves Agni. Red hates Agni, which means red must be EU. Did we get another color? I don't think we had. Yeah, we don't have another color, so the color is still a mystery. However, we also know Shim is Yushug. Nyx is an ally of Yushug. Yushug is an enemy of Cthoth, which means Cthoth is most likely Agni. So, red hates Agni. Yellow loves Agni. If I would actually show you my notes, you'd see I'm like drawing little lines with hearts and stuff like that, as well as crossing out who hates who. Let's just move this on. Let's not waste your time anymore. So we have to continue exploring. We'll make a stopover in Furborough on our way to the next location. And of course, yellow hates EU. How could I forget that? Do you want to enter the town for any reason? I can't think of a good one. Could stop at the general store, but that doesn't really matter. Billsrow versus Twinbury. Billsrow is technically faster. Technically faster. Headlights being the only source of illumination, which means there's a building here. We're going to investigate it. The light belongs to the front door of the petrol station, isolated from surrounding buildings. We grill eyes to the front door. I can't see any signs of life, but they may be supplies inside. Experimentally, I try the doorknob. It isn't locked, but I find myself hesitating before going in any further. Continue inside. I quickly became reluctant to explore the place further when I saw the corpse on the hallway floor. The flesh was a ruin, as with multiple species, and picking it, cleaning for days. I was just as I was about to leave, however, I noticed scrap paper in the body's hand. It contained directions to Stonesley and details of some kind of secret operation. If this information was worth dying for, then certainly worth investigating. I don't know about this random event, so I'm actually going to go investigate. I'm really curious now. I'll make a detour, because we still have some time. Saxon's probably a little closer to my destination. Yeah, we'll try it. I don't think these roads follow any form of logic that we're used to. Let's open the text from the family. Daddy, could you please come back? Grandma's really mean when she... Ow. Child, why must you harm your father so? We drive to Hobble Church. Depending on how much time is left, we might just enter the town and investigate it. Depending on how much time. 5 hours. 70 miles. No, I'm not gonna risk it. If that operation somehow wounds me or knocks me unconscious. Thump. Startled in full wakefulness when something heavy and fleshy slams in the front bumper. I step out of the car out of reflex. The unmoving mass of the road to be human or animal. Anxiety seizes my heart. I'll find out what I hit. The individual I hit lay unmoving in the road. Circular pool of blood is spreading out to right beneath. I lean, turn to my flashlight on the pile. The corpse flinched under the light. Just a mass of yellow ichor. A mass of yellow ichor from the orifice ringed with blooded feelers. I breathed a sigh of relief, slammed the door, and drove off. We'll open the text from the unknown number. Hi, I don't know you. Dune told me that I should help you. Sent me 12 quid. I hope that's enough. Yes, because people always listen to their dreams. You should always follow them. I immediately make for the address I was given and find an island of pallor and bad feeling in an otherwise peaceful town. A foothold has been made here. My task is now to purge the area before the shadow can shift its weight. Finally exterminate the large creature bewitching this town. That's lovingly painful. This better be really worth it, if it's a random event. As the illness comes back full force, the shadow really doesn't want me to win this. No, we don't. We think it's just a cold. 2 armor-piercing bullets. That ain't bad. Of course I missed that shot. Nothing but an old body armor, but maybe it could prove useful. Body armor not being useful, that's hilarious. Son of a moon, no. Get me in the corner. Darn it. Move forward. There we go. Oh, there we go. I was trying to stun lock the guy, and I've been gravely wounded, and the bleeding won't stop. That treatment fear will only get worse. Lovely. Our guide leaned close to the chest and intoned the words "Ignition" with the lock sprang open with no apparent involvement in hand or tool. Might as well leave. I turned to the car and walked away. I emerged to find the town still slumbering peacefully, unaware of how narrowly it escaped subjugation by nightmares, and is small thanks, but for now I think it's sufficient. Body armor reduces physical damage. We're gonna enter the town, find a hospital, treat my bleeding, back to town, find supplies, stab-proof vest, and leave. Open a text from the unknown number. Finsham will not remain free of my lord's influence for long. Cower while you still can. Heretic. Stab-proof vest and body armor set destination. Where's Fisham? Oh, Finsham. I know for a fact that that's actually a false judgment or whatever. No, it's trying to lead me somewhere else, which isn't... It's lying. And it's less than a day. We're gonna heal ourselves up fully. And enter the town. Hopefully we get lucky. At first I was ready to declare this town to be unblemished, but troubling signs began to emerge in response to my question. A few residents who seemed ready to give an urgent candle and better that it would be shushed in silence by another. A number of anonymous notes have been passed through by various means. There's some people here, one solos and the busiest of tongues. A strong-looking man on the main street near everyone seemed determinedly ignoring him even while he appeals. Asks for help. He seems to be from out of town. He informs me that his friend was hauled into the bushes by some hideous thing, glimpsed only briefly. Whether I believe him or not, there was definitely something off about the gardens he is indicating, so I pledge that I will investigate. Locate the missing person. I don't want to use armor piercing. I'm gonna stick with... Okay, if we get lucky, we could just complete this mission instantly and leave, but that's not the best option right now. While we're still ahead, We're gonna try to push our advantage while we're still ahead, get whatever notes or scraps of information we can. I only left because we were bleeding. Yeah, there's gonna be an issue. Can we just open this? No picks left. Irritating. Okay, thank goodness it was just a small one. I thought this was the large one. I would have thrown a hissy fit if it was, because I'm sick. I would have thrown a hissy fit if it was, just because I'm sick and tired of seeing those things. Seriously, every mission, I keep encountering like 2 or 3 of them, and you see how they destroy me. Interestingly, the name Yushug, as well as the associated symbol, is only ever inscribed in yellow pigment to do so is considered otherwise the ultimate blasphemy. Let's continue. Can I not miss? Here, I will run up and take a hit. I don't approve of it, but I will run up and take it. Carving dates back to depicts Nick's paying the blessings or tribute to a figure labeled the God of Fear. Its value as an antique is unfortunately meager. So wait, Yushug is the God of Fear. So Nyx is an ally of fear. Sadly, we still can't identify. Well, actually, we can. You must be Nyx. Because you hates Agni. At least that's my reasoning. That's poor reasoning. No, Nyx is allied with the god identified by the Shim rune. Scratch that, I am an idiot. There's no way you can actually tell at this point, as it's 50-50. Nyx is an ally to Yushug. Nyx is an ally to the god of fear. Yushug appears to be the enemy of Thoth. Well, actually... Wow, I completely missed that. You must be Thoth. Nyx must be Agni. I completely missed... I was wondering why I couldn't complete this. It took me way too long. Yep, so we know who's who. We need to just know, like, I think 1 or 2 more relations. And then we can just easily figure out who our opponent is. Or who we're trying to banish, I mean. Yellow EU. We already have that. EU... Nothing. There's nothing in here except the janitor's keys. How did I guess that? Okay. Come on, come on. So that's how you melee those guys. And I got 3 hollow points for my trouble. Let's swap to the hollow point, and we're gonna melee those guys from now on, because now those guys are now demoted to pinata status. And we'll open this up and maybe we get lucky. No, he's not here. The animosity is rooted in suffering, reportedly endured by a worshipper of Thoth while captured by a cult of Nyx. Nyx worshippers seem to tell the story the other way around. So Nyx hates Thoth. Okay. So, Thoth is not the invading god. Yushug or Nyx must be the invader. I only say that because there are 2 hatreds towards Thoth. There are 2 hatreds towards Thoth. Why did I do this? And because of that, Thoth must be the god that's trying to prevent the invader from getting in here. We found the missing person, that's nice. The longer you stay, the longer you do what, who cares? We'll return to the car later. We're gonna go down here and explore over in this general direction. Nothing. A rune. We might as well cast it. And we gain some sanity. Let's just warp out of here. The news of the death did not seem to come entirely unexpected to the poor soul waiting for my return, but they seemed to appreciate my efforts. As I made my excuses, they pressed a wallet into my hands, explaining that it had been left behind by a previous visiting occult investigator. Most of the engraving was too weathered to read the full banishment mantra. But the second symbol was almost certainly the syllable Agni. Set destination. To hers forth. We're not dead yet. We took a little damage while doing this, but we haven't taken anything truly debilitating. Hers forth, we'll heal it. We'll top ourselves off and then head on in. Ever since I crossed the town limits, I've felt the sensation of being watched by black, unwelcoming eyes. At nights I hear an insectile skitter. Okay, so this is going to be an eliminate everything mission. Once go I turn suddenly and certain I glint suddenly. Okay. After numerous failed attempts, I finally managed to catch one of the creatures wounded. From there, it's just a matter of following the trail of a false-smelling ichor to the lair of the beasts. It was a very old but sturdy brick building that had probably served a vast number of functions before being condemned. The shadow seems to be attracted to places drained of hope and color. I will drive them out of their fetid squat. Finding clear out through rooms, the minions of the shadow are congregating. Armor-piercing rounds, ho! No, but really, I hate these missions, but I have no choice but to do them. What do you have? Okay, we got some bullets here. Let me get some more. Okay, we can open up all doors. Let's go straight up. Nothing except a body. Irritating. I'd like to get through this place with as little combat as I can, just because I have to use all these bullets on those rooms. Nothing again. I had my finger on the 2 key to swap to armor piercing. I didn't actually remember that those buttons can swap bullets. You mother... Melee him, please. Place is infested with creatures of the shadow. The only option is to find and exterminate however many of them remain. Well, ain't that lovely? Of course, the very first one we step in is filled to the brim with creatures that take tons of bullets. This is why I hate these combat missions, but I have to accept one. I have to prove that I can do it, okay? In the language of the ancients, the symbol Shim is usually given as a name that has been written to denote the concepts of fear, paranoia, and insanity. Wait a minute. Oh, the rune Shim is associated with fear. You see how this game apparently likes giving me the exact same clue, just in a different way? Okay, there's gonna be one in that general direction. Hopefully it's not something terribly annoying to deal with. Okay, it's gonna be down. And of course we have nothing. I've cleared the Shadow's minions from another area, but I can still faintly hear their skittering movements. My work is not complete. Yeah. About this room, can I have more of these, or are they just all suicide? Ooh, pinata! Ooh, pinata! Is it sad that I want to make a pinata song about these guys? That's all they're good for. It's just to give you random equipment that you would possibly use to assist yourself. Okay, so... trick? Come on, attack. Ooh. Alright. We're gonna go straight down? Okay, it's right off to our right, so that gives me a room to mentally prepare, at least, for whatever. And I could spawn in on the side. Open. I believe I've killed the last of the horrors. There is nothing more I can do to help this place. Nothing left for me here. I can escape now by the same way I came in. I've drained all my ammunition, and I'm not going to get anything back. We might as well check out this last room. I think this is a fat load of nothing. Mostly garbage. Nope, I get a lockpick for free. Whoop-de-bloody-doo. Let's leave. No magic wand has been waved over the town to remove the taint of the shadow, but the infestation removed is certainly quieter. Still, my efforts don't appear to have gone entirely unnoticed. A small package has been left by my car, tucked under the windshield wiper. I will open it once I am safely on the road. Important part of the banishment mantra is to incant the rune of the creature you intend to banish as the third syllable of the mantra. Note, be very certain that you have the right rune. So we have the God's Rune, meaning I'm guaranteed to have to go through one more of these. Just to be closer to what I'm going after, we're going to go to Sawing. Well, we're going to heal ourselves up first, just in case I get into combat for some reason, and wow, that's awful. Can I do that again? I don't think I can. Let's not give you motion sickness. Can you even get no, that requires motion blur. What am I talking about? Realize immediately. Okay, only source of elimination. What building do I have this time? Investigate. It turned to be a hospital, seemingly functioning one, but as I mounted the entrance front door, burst open and a person in surgical gown, injured very nastily, and trailing disconnected tubes stumbled out, and being patiently talked out of their hysterics, informed me that some kind of malevolent influence has corrupted the hospital staff. They also remembered, with the jolt, that they have a friend still in prison within. Noticing my ready gun, the victim pleaded for me to go in and rescue the poor soul I left behind. I will go in. Suddenly adrenalized, I readied my gun and instructed the escapee to find safety. I was going to end this nightmare. Locate a missing person, what remains of them? Bullet, go. Quickest way to end this mission is to go straight up to test. Because you never know, they might spawn right here, or we might get some ammunition. Not their signature color, the god Nyx is also shown to have an affinity for the color yellow, which is associated with the allied deity of the Pantheon. Pinata! Viva Pinata! For those who just missed what I said, I did reference Viva Pinata. Anyway, go up? Question mark? No, we'll get something here immediately. Janitor's keys, I guess that's a nice thing to have. We'll just check to make sure they don't double spawn something, but I don't think two containers can spawn in the same room, because I don't think that's possible. Go straight across. I don't know any way of dealing with that. Patient has become irrational, terrified of the color yellow. Really? Really? Okay, we got 3 bullets out of this. It technically deals more damage, but with less bullets. Purple. Okay, purple hates Agni. Oh, purple is Agni. That's lovely. We can finally identify basically everything. Okay, gain sanity. I'm not going to go through that location just yet. I want to explore this place fully, see what clues I can get. Maybe I'll get lucky, who knows. I can get 2 hollow points for free, basically. Hollow points. It's more efficient. I could potentially miss. 6 pounds, which is amazing. That's just 2 more hollow points. Just Agni, does it hate EU? I didn't read that, did I? Is purple as a U? I need to go and reread that, hopefully get another Agni rune, because I think I misjudged the Agni rune, or I might even just look back at the video, because I just had a massive brain fart. More bullets? Sure. Open it up, go on in. No enemy, we found his body. The color really doesn't matter. Unless it says the X-colored god is the invading god. Anyway, let's leave. The person who enlisted me is already gone. Perhaps they took their loss. Their friend was the foregone conclusion. I quickly checked the entrance. Hurry for anything I missed and find a significant-looking strongbox in a cache beneath a section of wall. The god of madness doesn't appear to be able to physically survive in our universe. The threat it poses to us is very real, but thankfully indirect. Okay. So that still leaves terror. If we can identify who the god of madness is... Okay. We can identify who the god of madness is. Or just the other concept, because there can only be 3 concepts in total. We might be able to figure out precisely who our opponent is. We'll be able to figure out which god we're supposed to kill. Oh, we can go to No, it's better to go to Twinberry. Here's why. It's better to go to Twinberry because if I fail... Okay, Ministry of Occultism, what do you have for me? Sent you 6 from the petty cash to help fund the fight. Don't worry, it's on the taxpayer. More funds? That's fine by me. We still have more than a day to complete this task. What time is it? Seriously, this game feels like it's going on forever. It's only been 30 minutes, apparently. I think. Anyway, let's enter. Town bears all the hallmarks of being under the shadow. They are to sharp and accurate and sense heavily in the lungs. Okay, we got the graffiti. Fellow students, investigate further. Trail of protective wards. I've located what I believe to be the home of the artist. Investigate further. Find and recover the occult text. Although in the box bearing the symbol of Cathoth. Cathoth should be EU. I'm just trying to fact check myself. We'll see what other runes show up, and when we get to the first box, we'll fact check them. If some more hints show up... One of you people... Hollow point, because I don't feel like dealing with you. More pistol bullets, which I think actually overfilled me. I don't have the janitor's keys, so I can't explore that location. These are the janitor's keys. Of course, I get more standard rounds, but I can't contain them. What's over here? Nothing. Nothing again. Pinata? Then we get more money. I guess it'll deal with the bullets that I expend. What's here? So here's the key ring. It's not really useful. You know one thing's for certain. Shim is incorrect. If Shim shows up, it's incorrect. That's the one thing we know for certain. Where's his body? We have the key for it, but I'm gonna check down here first. What do you have? 2 armor-piercing bullets. Alright, at least I'm staying topped off. In the entrance, in the language of the ancients, the name of Nyx is identified. Yes. Nyx is Agni. Okay, so I was right the whole time. The game's just trying to troll me a little bit. So, Nyx was Agni, and I was right from the beginning. Purple cannot be EU. EU is red. Purple is Agni, that's correct. So, it was the symbol of Yushug, the symbol of Cathoth, which was EU. So we have to find the one box with the EU rune. I don't feel like dealing with him. And again, it gives me some hollow point to make up for the trouble. That's incorrect, we know that much for certain, because Bati's not even one of the symbols. Unless I've been writing EU wrong. Nope, it's Bati. So I don't care. Which means EU's probably back there? Probably. And if so, I'm probably going to want to put out the hollow point. More bodies. Lockpick. Please, EU. There's going to be a lot of backtracking either way. Pinata. Got some standard 10 mil rounds. Yep. Yeah. Thought about it. Okay. We have 2 hollow point bullets. How's this gonna go? Hollow point into 2 rounds of armor piercing max, and then the rest will go there. Normally, run, let me run. Run as fast as I can. Run for your life. I don't even know which one's chasing me. I don't want to find out. I think I know which one that is. Yeah, it's the giant face. No thank you. I don't feel like beating the giant face. Let's leave. Don't feel like dealing with you as of right now. Let us leave. I can take the hit to my sanity. I don't care. The last thing I remember is being absorbed in a soft, suffocating mass of truly nightmarish creature. According to my dashboard clock, that was 3 hours ago. I don't know how to turn my car and the roads around me are unfamiliar. My body might feel utterly wrecked, and I dread to think what exactly I've been doing for the last 3 hours. Can I just tell you why that's BS? How it just decided to show up and was insta-kill. However, I have the spell. The problem. Kithoth is not the invader. It's either Nyx or Yushug. I don't know, it'll be a 50-50 of whether or not I'm right. I don't feel like leaving that up to a 50-50. I'm gonna have to take tons of drugs in order to... Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to take tons of drugs in order to maintain my sanity. I don't feel like dying. So we're gonna enter the town under drugs with fully restored sanity. Hospital. Refill my medkit, please. Back to town. I'm gonna look for work. Strange events report area around Bournemouth. Sure, we'll take the job. Turn to the car. Set destination. Gordon, drive. I didn't heal. Stop. Restore our health. Never a good idea to go in on partial health. Drive. We'll open the text from the Ministry of Occultism, cast the level of spells in the field to get an upper hand, but be warned that will make your mind an open door for the shadow. So momentarily to double check the roadmap and notice lights on a nearby building. We're going to investigate the building. Let's belong to a small garage that appears to be still operating. The owner is stocky and oddly haunted fellow. Explained since the shadow fell, he saw it as his duty to make sure people get to where they need to be. He's impressed with the state of my car, considering, and has offered to boost the engine's top speed. And if I can spare him out 2 hours and 15 pounds, do I have the money? I don't think I do. I have to reject the offer. No, I had enough. Oh well. Well, he could damage my car, and I don't feel like having that as an issue anyway. Set destination. Go to Bournemouth. I'm only going to here try to restore my sanity slightly before... Yeah, the drug's already wearing off. I can't buy more until I complete this mission. Brought to the problematic area. You understand why I hate that mission. That specific creature, it just spawned in on there and instantly killed me. And there really wasn't anything I could do about that. Not too close for comfort, not too bad. I did lose some sanity off of that, and I need to play it very safe with my sanity now. Is there a rune I can cast here? I don't feel like casting Calm. I don't think that's how it works. So that's not irritating if you suddenly gave me a broken limb. If you suddenly just gave me, here's a broken limb for you. I'd probably just moan. Moan. Melee. Good. I like the 3 cycle. Alright, I can open up all doors. This better not be the boss I think it is. I don't know how to deal with it properly. At least in Melee. If I remember correctly, there's a specific boss that sucks. You know those things that crawl around on all 4s and spawn endless amounts of spiders and flies? That's the small version of the creature. I faced its big brother once, and I don't feel like doing that again. Sanity took a hit. I realized that. You didn't let me avoid it, which is the problem. I have red all around me, red inside my head and scratching it. That identified it, didn't it? Color red's associated with madness, and of course red is EU, and the god of madness is not fading. Well, I knew that. You little... Once again, this is painful for me to deal with, because I have to keep killing those creatures, but I don't want to expend any ammunition on them. But the only way to do it is to expend ammunition on them. To not take damage, the walls of the cave are absolutely covered in the rune commonly pronounced as Agni. Agni is purple. We figured that out a while ago. Let's keep going. Might as well identify it. Oh yeah, I actually have 3 pages of those now. We might just get lucky here. EU is red. Yeah, we'd figured that out a while ago. I'm just gonna mark that down, just to be certain. Sanity restored? Yes, thank you. That's a boss fight. I don't feel like dealing with it just yet. Big mistake. Melee. Good. And I get a free kill. Scar walk containing 2 pounds. That's not that bad. You'll probably okay, what's the boss? Ah. Good, I can stun him before he does a ton of damage to me. What does this have? The more I chanted Agni Shinbati, the more my mind expanded. I saw to the edge of the world and into the hearts of everyone around me. So it was to come, and that's why, sir, that's why you found me like this. Tell kids I'm sorry. If there's any more loot to be found, I gained clairvoyance. I don't even know what half these spells do. Problem is I don't feel like casting them because the sanity cost is very, very, very hard to recover. And now it's actually in my best interest to walk out of here. If I teleport, I lose an hour that I could simply lose only like 15 minutes just by walking. And since I didn't encounter any enemies, the gamble paid off. Yes, I'd like to return to the car. People waiting for me outside seem determined not to ask questions. I gained some money. We'll heal ourselves, enter the town, find a hospital, buy a syringe, and refill the med kit, and we'll return to the car. Set destination. We're gonna go to Stonehenge. Drive. My sanity's low. Mine's feeling heavy. Open the text from the Ministry of Cultism. Managed to skim 9 quid off the week's budget for you. Don't spend it all on sweets. Ah, thank you. I could enter the town and get a second syringe. No, I'd rather keep the cash in case something goes horribly wrong. We're gonna drive to the next stop. If I get lucky, it's going to tell me the other god who's not invading, which is precisely what I need. My headlights on. We'll investigate the building. The light belonged to the front door of the petrol station. I slid from surrounding buildings with the glass in the door. I can't see any signs of life. We'll investigate further. When I took a single step in, I heard the fluttering of obscene limbs. Something thumped wetly to the floor at my side. Instead, I went back and was pursued by an outpouring of mangled flesh and malevolent beings. Fire! 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 Melee. Melee! Gravely wounded, of course. The monster's dead. I turned my attention to the building and found a small cash box containing 24 pounds. Or what else could be lurking around here? I ought not to search the rest of the building, instead return to my car. Stop. Set destination. Oldham. Stonesley. Stonesley is slightly faster. We're gonna go there, patch ourselves up. Probably inject some drugs to restore... Yeah, we'll inject... Still recovering. Ooh. That ain't good. Enter the town. Find a hospital. Bleeding. Medkit. Drugs. Back to town. Return to car. Set destination. Hobble Church. That was the last of my funding. Hopefully this isn't an elimination mission or I'm going to have a lot of trouble. Test 5 ancients, Yushug, Gyarlat, Nix, Kathoth, and Chizo. 3 of them are active, one of those 3 is the invader. Thanks for that hint. That would be very great if you learn it early on. This is the dawn of the final day. Enter the town. This town's been welcoming... People of this town have been welcoming, perhaps too much so. They smile but rarely blink and invite me to some private meeting place within minutes of conversation. When this happens, others pull me aside and warn me off. Many have been taken, they say, in return, changed. I hear disquieting tales of transformations consumed behind clothing and cosmetics. We investigate further. A small amount of surveillance has revealed a pattern to the behavior of the possessed townspeople. I've frequently seen them coming and going from an ornamental public park that forms the town's centerpiece. The park is severely overgrown. Investigate further, find and exterminate the large creature that is bewitching this town. 9 mil, let's go. Nothing, go down. Nothing, which I suppose is a good thing. Nothing is better than something. You know, the sad thing is, the only reason I'm going to go insane when I cast the final ritual spell is because of complete random number generation. Is worth a shot. The final base isn't locked anyway. Carving dates back to at least 6000 BC and depicts Yushug praying blessings and tribute to Philibeda, the god of Z's. Its value as an antique is unfortunately meager. Don't mind me, I just popped in from the opposite direction. On a discarded wallet containing 3 pounds. Go down further. That wasn't confusing at all. No, not at all. I think we're going to switch to the armor piercing. We don't have many bullets left. No, it's still better to stay on the 9 mil. Okay, I got the standard 9 mil then. I don't have any death spells. And again, I probably wouldn't use them anyway. There are 2 enemies I would like to meet. No, 3, which I'd be okay with meeting. Melee. Too early. Gotcha. Alright, what do you give me? Okay. My bullets are restocked. What else is in here? A dead body. What do you got? Whispers, consider it a grave insult to draw Yushug's symbol in red. Yes, we know, Kathoth is hated by everyone. I just need one clue, which can be given if I get the janitor's keys. And another body, so there's nothing else here. This is probably actually not the most... Ooh, keys. Just listen. Interestingly, the name Cathoth as well. So this is only reference red and red pigment. Pinata. As usual, I'm always okay with the pinata. I guess it stops flashing for people. Nothing. I suppose nothing. It's no, something is usually better than nothing unless it's an enemy. And even then, there are two pinata-esque enemies that I can deal with. There's the pinata. There was a fake enemy. The fake enemy was at all not amusing. And I'm at full ammo. Janitor's keys. This is either the boss room or nothing. It is not the boss room. It contains 3 pounds. Money's not that useful to me anymore. Is there something else here? No, it's just a tree. Look out for that tree. Big fly. Shoot fly, don't bother me. Shoot fly, don't bother me. More money. I might actually have to go back and get some treatment on that. Okay, more 9mm bullets. Well, overloaded with ammunition's a good thing to be when you're going into Stonehenge. Pinata party! Head down. Might as well explore this one. Oh no. No, 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 no. Okay, good. Good. It's you. It's... You weren't the boss. I dread to see what the boss is. Snack food for an energy boost. I heal. Let's go up. Maybe avoid all enemies. Nope. It's a big fly. Gotcha. And a 3-cycle. Alright, let's... If this is one enemy, we're turning away and walking. It is. No, it's not. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. Good. You die. I took a lot of damage there, but there wasn't much I could do about it. God of Fear is not the invade. Okay, we know who the last god is. Nyx is the invading god. The God of Fear is not the god attempting to invade. I know you're reading the Scholar. Your actions will have far further-reaching consequences than you could possibly imagine. I think my business in this place is concluded. I should head for the exit. God is not the invading god. What was it? But what were the two not invading? Just to be sure, God of Madness is not the invading god, and though the God of Fear is you should, and the God of Fear is not the invading god. Let's leave. Sounds fucking out immediately better off with the extermination of the creature behind the next level. There have been several murders and suicides already. Best thing to do when you heal, turn the car before it turns to insanity. Can I take a drug? No. Heal ourselves back up to full. Set destination. As much as my sanity is paining me, it's time to go to Stonehenge. Enter town. Stonehenge. In the center of Stonehenge, the ground has been torn up by an eerily lit entrance leads to some kind of tunnel network. I don't know if it's unthinkably ancient or recently built, but either way, the shadow's not even trying to conceal it. This close to the deadline, it must feel assured of victory. This will either be the place where it will finally be vanquished, or a fitting tomb for myself. I must be sure that I have all the runes, and that the order they must be cast for the ritual, or at the very least enough information to confidently guess. Locate the underground summoning chamber and cast the ritual of banishment. So, as it stands, the ritual of banishment is Shim, Agni, God's Rune, EU. So it'd be Shim, Agni, Agni, EU. Let me not be a moron. God of Fear is not invading. Yeah, I'm right. It's Agni. There are 3 separate branching paths in here. You don't know when they start. You'll just have to guess and hope that your path is the right one. Okay. Thankfully, the very first enemy they give me is the Pinata. Your first enemy is the Pinata. I'm gonna go straight down in the hopes that I find going in this pathway. There are ways to get bullets here, though. I should be paying more attention. I think I walked by one earlier. No bosses yet. You'll only fight mini-bosses here, which is just nightmarish for some people. Okay, good. That was just a sanity effect. I didn't want to fight that guy anyway. Here's one of the containers. When the king recovered, he displayed his bedsheets, which became stained with purple with pus. From that day forth, purple would be the color most beloved to the god of disease. Here's an enemy. Nope, we're gonna be rushing you. I can take it. Purple's most associated with disease. Let's keep going, maybe we'll get lucky. I found a set of janitor's keys. This might be it. This might be it. It might be. I think this is it. I think we got there. I think this room leads to it. No, there's no boss. There's gonna be a dead end. Son of a... Melee. No, you don't. No, you do not. Got a free hit off on me. Some kind of survivalist cache here containing 2 hollow point bullets. That's fine. Keep the 9mm out. We'll save the hollow point for the real boss. Go straight up. Pinata? Did I miss something down there? A pistol with 2 usable bullets in the clip. I'm gonna go check that out. I think I missed something. No, check down here. Did 9 pounds. Why are you... Okay, more hollow point. Why did you say that there was something here that I missed? What's here? Boils right their flesh, in the back of their throat, to the point they may have been suffocated. What the... I think that's just a trick, really. Yeah, it probably is a trick. They just came back here for no apparent reason. No, I'm not gonna bother again. Pinata. As you can see, by far, this is the biggest dungeon in the game. You gotta be sure that your skills are up to snuff. It's a lie. At least I used one of the worst bullet types. I could have been using hollow point there. 2 unfired hollow point. Well, we might as well keep that equipped. Might as well. So we got lucky, and up here's where we're supposed to go. Once again, another locked door. It might very well be. We have so much ammunition, we could probably burst something down as long as we keep hitting it during its recovery frames. Run towards it. Alright. Run towards it, oh. We did it. We found it. We found it. We found it. They don't mark it. They don't mark it. They don't lie. But here it is. Here's the summoning room. 22 hours left. There's a corpse here. They are scarcely recognizable as human. Their body is more than a mass of oozing deformity. This gentleman, this crack in space and time, is the true form of the shadow. You can't see it. I can barely see it. But I don't care. What's the banishment ritual? Shim Agni Agni EU. Die, monster. You don't belong in this world. As I encountered the syllables over and over again, the light flickered and died. Oh, I forgot that happened. Received a text from the Ministry of Occultism. Oh well, you can read that on your own time. Forgot that. Haven't seen Victoria in so long. Good work, soldier. Whenever's convenient, reporting at the Ministry. I might have a little job for you. You survived. Here comes the end screen. Turn down your volume. Have you turned it down yet? Good. As you can see, victory's worth a lot of points, especially without going insane. In fact, you kind of need victories to continue to level up past a certain point in time, but just one victory brings you like, halfway up to level. Yeah, another victory in its entirety would probably bring me to level 9. But that was it for the Consuming Shadow. There's really not much else to show unless the game continues to shift and alter, so I might end this here. But when we come back, we'll probably be playing something different. Until then, this has been the BrainBoy 20 with Let's Play The Consuming Shadow, and I am signing off.